When humanity first looked up at the night sky, there were no answers, only wonder. No science to explain the stars, no language to describe the vast darkness above, only a quiet awareness that existence was larger than anything the human mind could fully grasp. Long before cities, before writing, before recorded history, humans stood beneath the same sky we see today and asked the same questions we still ask now. Where did we come from? Why are we here? And are we alone? Across the world, ancient civilizations left behind structures that continue to challenge modern understanding. Massive stones, carved and positioned with astonishing precision, buildings aligned perfectly with the stars, knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering that appears far ahead of its time. These creations were not accidents. They were intentional, thoughtful, and deeply connected to the way ancient people understood the universe. Yet even today, with all our technology, we still struggle to fully explain how some of these achievements were accomplished. This mystery is where curiosity begins. Some believe these structures are proof of humanity's forgotten brilliance, a reminder that ancient people were far more capable than we often assume. Others wonder if something more was involved. Could knowledge have come from beyond Earth? Could advanced beings have visited our planet in the distant past, sharing ideas, guidance, or inspiration that shaped early civilization? This is the central question explored by Ancient Aliens, not as a declaration of certainty, but as an invitation to think differently about human history. The theory suggests that extraterrestrial visitors may have interacted with early humans, influencing culture, technology, and belief systems. Whether one accepts or rejects this idea, its real power lies in what it reveals about humanity itself. Ancient artwork shows figures descending from the sky. Texts speak of beings who arrived in fire and light. Myths describe teachers who came from the heavens and gave humans knowledge before disappearing again. To modern eyes, these stories may resemble science fiction, but to the people who told them, they were memories, explanations, and attempts to understand experiences that felt extraordinary. It is important to remember that ancient humans did not think like we do today. They did not separate science from spirituality. The sky was not just space, it was sacred. When something unexplainable happened, it was woven into belief, symbol, and story. In this way, humanity preserved experiences not as data, but as meaning. Lost knowledge plays a crucial role in this mystery. History is incomplete. Entire libraries have vanished, languages have been forgotten, civilizations have risen and collapsed, taking their understanding with them. What we know today is only a fraction of what once existed. It is entirely possible that ancient societies possessed knowledge that was later lost to time, war, or disaster. But even lost knowledge begins with human curiosity. Humans are not passive beings. We explore, we observe, we imagine. From the earliest tools to the first attempts at mapping the stars, humanity has always reached outward, toward the unknown. Whether that unknown is the ocean, the land beyond the horizon, or the universe itself, the impulse is the same. The idea of extraterrestrial influence does not diminish humanity. Instead, it highlights how deeply humans seek connection. If we imagine that others visited us, it is because we have always wondered if we belong to something greater than ourselves. The question of alien life is, at its core, a human question. It reflects our desire to understand our place in the cosmos. Modern science now asks similar questions using different tools. Astronomers search for distant planets. Scientists listen for signals in the vast silence of space. Technology allows us to see farther than ever before. Yet despite all this progress, certainty remains elusive. The universe is still vast. The unknown is still larger than what we know. Ancient Aliens does not claim to have all the answers. Instead, it reminds us that mystery has always been part of the human story. It encourages us to look at history not as something finished, but as something still unfolding. Every new discovery has the potential to reshape what we think we know. Human origins remain one of the deepest mysteries of all. Evolution explains much, but questions remain about consciousness, creativity, and the sudden leaps in human development. Why did art, language, and complex thought appear when they did? Were these changes purely natural or influenced by factors we do not yet understand? Perhaps the most important lesson is this: humanity has never stopped asking questions. From cave paintings to space telescopes, the same curiosity drives us forward. Even when answers are uncertain, the act of questioning itself gives meaning. It is how humans grow, learn, and imagine futures beyond their present reality. At night, when the world grows quiet, these questions feel closer. The stars seem nearer. The idea that we might not be alone becomes less frightening and more profound. Whether extraterrestrial visitors ever came to Earth may remain unanswered, but the human desire to understand, to connect past, present, and future will never disappear. History is not just a record of events, it is a reflection of thought. Every monument, every myth, every unanswered question is a mirror showing who we were and who we are becoming. In exploring the mysteries of ancient civilizations and the possibility of extraterrestrial influence, we are ultimately exploring ourselves. We may never know every truth about our origins, but as long as humanity continues to look upward, to wonder, and to imagine, the story is still alive. And in that curiosity, in that endless search for meaning, we find the most human truth of all.